Once that baseboard is dry and it's tacking up really nice, we're going to install this little trim down here at the bottom, like I was showing you from before. And on those, you're going to cut another inside corner right there. And you're going to use the electric miter saw for that too. When you come across here, now these are only 8 foot long, so I'm going to have to put a seam in there. Okay, instead of butting it butt to butt, you want to cut that back at a 45-degree angle. Then the next piece, you can overlap that, and that's generally the best way to do that. That way, if anything ever moves, you always got something on the back side. I mean, you could butt them up, butt to butt if you want. And then when you come over to the end, another inside corner there. Go from there, an inside corner for the next piece. And then right before you get to the very end, instead of cutting that square, you want to cut that back at a 45-degree angle so it finishes off nice and snug up against that baseboard. You don't want it to pooch out, you know, if you just cut a butt cut on there. You know what I mean? Cut it back at a 45-degree angle. That'll look nice. Okay, I think you've got it. I think you know how to use that saw now. Just be careful with that saw. Keep track of what you're doing with it. Take your time with it. You know, this saw could be your best friend or it could be your worst enemy. You don't feel comfortable using electric saws. Hey, I'm not trying to get you out of your comfort zone. That's why I showed you how to use a miter box. If you only need to cut a few pieces of trim, you can always do it with the little hand miter box, right? And the little back saw. You don't have to use one of these. Just giving you options. When you're cutting small pieces of trim like this, you can have your blade straight up. You don't have to have it over at an angle. That way, you want to cut a 45, you slip it over here. If you want to cut a straight cut, you're right here. You want to cut this 45 over here, you're like that. And when you have small pieces of trim, you would stand it up and cut it at the angle. So you don't have to you don't have to tilt your saw over at an angle. You can just slide this over, say at a 45, you flip this down like that, and you're gonna cut it down like that if you want an angle on that. So, you know, if you got 2-inch base, 3-inch trim, that kind of stuff, you can cut your angles like that. You want the other 45, you can slide it over this way, bring it down, cut it down that way, or however you want. So when you measure your trim, you're going to have to measure it slightly different. You measure your trim, instead of measuring it on the face, you're going to have to pull your tape measure out. And however long you want, let's say we want 10 inches. We mark the top edge, just a little mark right here. That's all. You don't mark the front or try to figure out anything like that, okay? You just mark the top edge. Then we get ready to cut it. See, we mark the top edge to cut it. Let's say we're going to cut a 45 this way, okay? So now I stand it up, and I look at that edge, and that's where the short end is going to be cutting this way. I'm going to go down like that and cut it like that. Now let's say I want to save this piece and cut it at an angle over here. Okay, I just take my saw, swivel it around, notch it into place, bring this down, and slide it over exactly where I want, and I can cut it like that. I can cut all kinds of angles that way. 22.5, right there. Okay, so when you mark your base, just mark that little top edge. Once you cut it like that, you're hardly going to see that mark. That mark's almost going to go away. Okay? I know you can do it. Try working with this saw. I think you're going to like it. Now you see here we've got that tall piece of base. See, I can't even fit it up in here to cut it at an angle like this. You see? But the short piece I can. I just set that down there, swivel the saw over, chop it off. When you're working with long pieces of base, you're going to have to set it down flat this way, then tilt the saw over. You know, like I showed you before, tilt that over like that. Okay, tighten it up, and you can do it at any angle you want, up to 45. Then you're going to pull it down that way. Okay? Then I could make that cut. You've got to have a big blade like that because you've got to cut all the way over to here. You see? So that's why I like this type of miter saw that swivels in both directions. You know, tilts over and also swivels this way. I used to have a miter saw before they flipped them over, and years ago they didn't have tall baseboard like this. They only had about 3.5 inch tall base or 3 1/4, and I could do it with that, sliding it over this way, chopping it off. Then when they started graduating to this tall base, I just couldn't do that anymore. I had to break down and get a different saw. Let me tell you, it paid for itself over and over again because I did lots of trim, lots of baseboard, lots of door casings, all that kind of stuff. So if you're going to do that a lot, you might want to get a saw like this. If you're not, you can rent one of these saws, like I told you, for a couple days to do your project or whatever. And if you don't want to spend the money, you know how to do this with a plastic miter box and a back saw. Hey, whatever it takes to get your job done, right? I hope you learned how to use an electric miter saw today. I'll see you next time.